Live from the hub, P9 is back with another vlog, guys, here in the small town of Bremen. Right here, the hub is one of the many spots to check out right here in the small city of Bremen, Georgia. So let's get into it, shall we? Welcome everyone, this is P9 back with another vlog, and I am here in the small city of Bremen, Georgia, located in the western part of the state in Haralson and Carroll County. So Bremen spans two counties in West Georgia with a population of 7,185, which is up from 6,227 from the 2010 census. So there has been a slight population growth in Bremen since the last census. And just to give a background of Bremen, Bremen was founded in 1883 at the junction of three major railroads, one of them being the Georgia Pacific Railroad, and the other one being the Columbus, Chattanooga, and Rome railroads. So when they were founded at this railroad junction, that's what helped Bremen boomed into a regional textile hub. So Bremen was part of the manufacturing industry in the late 1800s, the industrial boom. And here it sits today as a small city, small but charming city in Georgia. I'm right here downtown Tallapoosa Street, Bremen City Hall right here. Now Bremen City Hall looks like it also used to be a bank. It's a night depository box. And here's an engraving and jewelry spot called CNC Jewelry. It's a family-owned, operated jewelry store that sits inside of the historic Bremen Theater building, which was built in 1936. So yes, Bremen once again was a major textile manufacturing hub. They have this restaurant right here, Downtown Eats Bremen. Hear a little Journey in the background. Wheels in the sky keep on turning. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted. I'm trying to talk as much as I can, so I won't get copyrighted. There's an H&R Block. Jean Grey. Okay, so a few nice little small shops down here on Tallapoosa Street. Got the city barber shop right there. And Bremen looks like a pretty, with all these railroad tracks, looks like a pretty good place to film movies. Georgia is like a hub for filming movies and stuff. Let me go over here real quick. See this really nice mural, "Welcome home to Bremen." Interesting, it sits right over here on these railroad tracks. So you have the B right there, has a Bremen High Athletic Stadium, Reading Field. Then they have the hub right there, which we'll check out a little later on. You saw it in my intro as well. And there goes a water tower with the American flag and the E. And here goes the M, which shows Tallapoosa Street, historic building, the water tower for Bremen. Then the Bremen City clock in the E, and the Norfolk Southern locomotive in the N. Now this is a really nice welcome home Bremen colorful mural. Illustrates the culture of the town of Bremen. And this is done by Amy Johns. There she goes right there. Amy Johns did a great job. There goes her social media handle at the Studio Bremen. So really nice vlog, right? I mean, really nice mural right over here on the railroad tracks, right here in downtown Bremen. But yeah, back to what I was saying. I bet quite a few movie productions were made over here in Bremen, especially for movies on the railroad tracks, you know. Look at this fountain right here. It's really nice. And you have this sculpture of this young boy and his dog. This young boy right here catching a fish. It's really nice. And if he faces the water, the fountain, it's really cool. Really cool that they did that. It's perfect alignment with the fountain. And we're over here on historic Bremen Street, or Buchanan Street, excuse me. Buchanan Street. You have the Garrett Drug Store right here. Health Mart and Pharmacy. Bella Salon. Juniper Lane right here. Very patriotic. They're selling these American 250 shirts, Liberty and Justice for All. So you have the Statue of Liberty. Again, that's called Juniper Lane. Now, this used to be where Grandma's Country Kitchen was. Of course, this is the Deep South, Georgia. You know, a lot of soulful, really good home style cooking. Continental Pipe Services. The Gift House, okay. They even have a law firm right over here. Ellison Law PC, established 2023. So just 3 years ago. Okay, opened up a law firm right here in the small city of Bremen. Not sure what this building is. The pickup truck sits right next to it. Right over here by the railroad tracks. But yeah, this is Buchanan Street. A lot of nice little shops. And they have the old Coca-Cola mural over there, Frosty Haven drink. Coca-Colas were 5 cents back in that time. I wish. Homegrown nutrition. Smith Pickles sold here. Okay. They even have the Bremen Blue Devils hoodie right there, showing some support for the local high school. 316 Healthcare Lab Services. Okay. So they have a lab work facility right here on Buchanan Street, right downtown. So it's good, you know, to have these small towns that have all of these different services offered, so they won't have to go into bigger cities. You know, they won't have to take that hour or so long drive into Atlanta, or maybe the surrounding Atlanta metro area. They can just have it right here in Bremen. But yep. Now on the other side of the tracks comes this very historical building, one of the centerpieces of Bremen. It's called the Sewell Mill Building, which was built in 1912. It's a clothing manufacturing store, as you can see. You can see some suits right here. So they sell clothing, mostly. It was built again in 1912, purchased by the Sewell brothers in 1918. So the Sewell brothers, consisting of Warren and Robert Sewell. And they were actually the first successful manufacturing facility of men's suits and sports coats in the Deep South. And this is very important because this is around World War I. So the Sewell Mill, this has been around since World War I, basically. This is the Sewell Manufacturing Company, home of the Sewell Clothes Guarantee. And to this day, they still serve as a clothing manufacturing spot. Shoot, it's really cool. Really cool. It has the old Ford pickup truck on the outside. Ford Deluxe pickup truck. Sewell Market Company. Okay. May have to go in and check that out. But yes, guys, piggybacking on what I said earlier about films filmed in West Georgia, Bremen specifically, given that it is right here by the railroad tracks and Georgia's cheap cost of production when it comes to filming. One of the films that was filmed in Bremen was called Due Date. It starred Robert Downey Jr. and Zach Galifianakis. It was actually shot in a local Waffle House. But it just shows to show you that, you know, towns like this are good filming locations for major productions. And here goes a clock right here of Bremen. It's in love and memory of C. Ray Sewell Sr. and Sarah H. Sewell. By their family, every minute counts. So part of the Sewell family. It's pretty cool. Sits right over here by this gazebo, which looks like at one point in time served as a railroad stop. Yeah. Pretty cool stuff right here. Right here on these rails, all these American flags. Pretty dope. This little sculpture looks like a little boy with a railroad car in his hand, like a train model train. It's a really nice sculpture. It was done by Max Turner. It's Max Turner's name's right there engraved in the bench. Again, this little boy right here, sculptor, enjoying his train. It sits right outside of this gazebo. It's interesting that the railroad tracks sit right across from the plant right here, the manufacturing plant. So that meant that it was easily accessible to the railroad tracks, and it was optimal point for access point for business. Pretty cool. Amtrak train through. Amtrak train running through on the tracks. Something like this. You got cookbooks, pecans, salty dill pickles, fruity Rice Krispie treats. Wow. Sewell Market shirts, souvenir purposes, different sizes. Okay. They even have the Sewell Market company hats. This Okami cherry tree planted in memory of Charles A. Easterwood by his family, December 2021. So RIP to Charles Easterwood. It's a nice little cherry tree over here that sits adjacent to the railroad tracks. They also have a nice garden right here. It sits by the tracks. I like that they have these stones right here that lead to this sculpture of what looks like 3 children. One of them, the boy in the middle, is holding a fishing rod. And looks like, I don't know, looks like they're trying to balance on this piece of wood right here. But it's 3 young kids. It's a really nice sculpture. Homie even got the backwards hat on. I see you, homeboy. Got the backwards hat. Homegirl, she really balancing this thing out. They thugging that thing out for sure. It was a nice sculpture though. Shout out to whoever did that sculpture. Really nice. So the Bremen Garden Club was established in 1932. And the garden and cherry trees will bloom in memory of Eunice Moore, Bremen Garden Club member. Shouts out to Miss Moore. Artwork outside of City Hall. This blue and yellow butterfly. And it was done by B. Barron in 2020. So shouts out to B. Barron. Really nice artwork right outside the Bremen, on the side of the Bremen City Hall building. About to go over to this spot called the Hub. I need to give a shout out to everybody who was involved in the Hub in this property, developing this property. Developed in 2024. Cheryl Sewell was the mayor. Here's all the councilmen. The architect, Loose Design Architect of Atlanta, Georgia, and the construction manager, RK Redding Construction, Inc. of Bremen, Georgia. So you had a local construction company that was also played a part in the development of the Hub. So let's get into it. Now this is part of Bremen that really be happening. It's called the Hub. Looks like a pretty modern park. So we about to check it out. Now these benches that sit outside over here in the Hub. They even have free sunscreen. That's dope that the community does that. Free sunscreen. Shout out to the 316 Healthcare, Impact Melanoma. So it's to protect your skin out here in the sun. The sun gets really intense, especially during this time of the year. It's June. I wanted to come over here though. I wanted to come over here and get this chessboard. This is really cool. Shouts out to whoever designed that into the park. Very good landscaping right here at this park. Goes the American flag. And this too sits by some tracks. There's some tracks over that fence right there. So that's really nice. Then you have that gazebo, that pavilion, whatever you call it. I think it's a pavilion. Plenty of shade. Got all that that park space to run around. Right there with the American flag right there in the middle, celebrating the 250th anniversary. And you can come over here and also lay out a blanket, get some chairs, bring one of those fold out chairs and sit here. And they look like they have shows over here, some events, concerts. Now they have a free concert on Saturday, June 27th. Tucson Rain is the name of the band. Sponsored by Moose Farms, established in 1953. Oh, they have a Fleetwood Mac tribute too. Right here, Saturday, July 8th. Georgia Revival free concert, Saturday, July 25th. Oh, so they have a bunch of free concerts down here. That's dope. Scratch 2020 free concert. That's on August the 1st. So the hub looks like it be where it's happening right here in this city, and that's really good. It's very good to provide those type of services, to have those type of events for the community, because it keeps the community together, and it brings people together, especially good music. Good music always brings good people together. So yeah, come down here, celebrate, have a good time, dance, meet people. It's all part of the American experience. Which brings us to the end of this vlog, people. I'd like to thank you guys for tapping in with me. Also, my members, check out the Sewell manufacturing vlog. But for everybody who stuck it out with me on this vlog, make sure you tap the like button. Also, if you're new to this channel, make sure you select the subscribe button along with the notification bell. And once you tap the bell, make sure you select all. That way you get notified every time I drop a new vlog. With that in mind, people, thanks again for tuning in, and see you guys on the next one. Peace.